Today I'm talking about the benefits of tying flies and get rid of some of the myths around it as well. So to kick off, the first thing that's very important to realise is that fly tying will not save you money. So there's many people that start fly tying thinking they'll save a few pounds, especially when it comes to salmon flies, because sometimes salmon flies can cost up to £5 or £6. But in reality, with the time and all the materials, you're still not saving money. In actual fact, you're probably spending more money. Careful who you show this video to, you're going to be spending a lot more money on a hobby itself. So while some people might treat fly tying as a way of getting materials for fishing, it's actually a hobby in itself, and you will actually accumulate as much fly tying gear as you will probably fishing gear as well. It'll take up as much space in the garage, man cave, spare or study or whatever it may be, but it is a hobby in itself. Which leads me on to one of the benefits of why I tie flies. I really enjoy fly tying. I do it throughout the year. Over the years there's come and gone. I've done bits and pieces, but never as steady as at the moment. And one of the reasons is it keeps me busy whenever I'm not fishing. So it could be fishing, it could be low water, summer, where the fishing's so poor, or it could even be the winter whenever you're not fishing. It passes in the time. So that's one of the main reasons. Another reason why I like to tie flies is the confidence. So I know that if I buy a fly, it might not be tied the same way. It could unravel after a few casts, but more in particular, I will know exactly the materials of the flies that I've used. So I'll know if there's UV in the material. I know if it's fox or if it's squirrel. I'll be able to identify even from another tyers fly. In fact, I'll put up a few photos up here to show you, but you can make small alterations that make a big difference whenever you're fishing. So for example, if you have a cascade with a squirrel wing, or a cascade with a fox or runner wing, that's two different flies for two different occasions. So you're fishing low water, you're not going to be using black squirrel, or you can, but it's not going to be as mobile. Whereas if you're using runner or Arctic fox, it'll make a big difference. Or you could maybe, in low water, you could use a small cascade, but it could have the squirrel because it's the streamy water. So small alterations like that there, you're going to benefit and your fishing is going to benefit. And then from that, you're going to fish it better, you're going to have more confidence, but it will ultimately lead to more fish. So I do believe that better fly anglers come from better fly tyers. Another reason why I tie flies is the availability of flies. So whereas you can get maybe the very popular cascade or stoats tails, but where I fish mainly would be the west of Ireland. And if you go into any tackle shop in the west of Ireland from June till August, it's unlikely you'll find a size 12 Foxford or a size 12 band special shrimp, because they're very popular. And even if you do, they may not be as tied the way you were hoping to. They might have a bit of flesh in it, or they might not have flesh if that's what you're preferring. I know that I'll be guaranteed to go out. If I'm going fishing at the weekend, I know I'll have some size 12 band specials and Foxfords tied the way I like them. In fact, sometimes and quite often, I tie a fly the day before I go fishing, even though I have a fly box full of flies. But that little fly can give me a lot more confidence, and again, it leads to better fishing and more focus that'll ultimately lead to more fish. One of the big things why people tie flies is the satisfaction. And it's not just the satisfaction of looking at the fly that you've done, because at the end of the day it is a craft, but as well as that, it's the satisfaction of catching and teasing fish on your flies. So I'm at the stage now, and I do get a bit of abuse from it from friends, where I won't buy a fly, I won't use anybody else's fly. I might take somebody else's fly and then tie it myself, but I just love the feel of catching fish on my own flies. It's nothing against anybody else, but it just gives me that satisfaction. And unless you've caught on your own flies, you'll never understand that. Durability of flies is another important thing. If you buy shop bought flies, you're not going to have the durability. It doesn't make financial sense. Whereas if you're making your own flies, you can do an extra coat of varnish, or you can actually put super glue underneath that tinsel. Things like that are ensuring that whenever that fly hits a rock, in my case, or hits a fish in others, that fly will last the jaws or a rock or whatever it may be. So if you're thinking about starting a fly tie, please do consider all this. You won't look back. As I said, it gives more confidence as a fly angler, availability of flies, and you can make those minor adjustments that you will never get buying shop bought flies. So hopefully you found this video useful, folks. If you did, do check out my other photos, hit the like button below and comment what you think is the best reason why you tie flies. Until next time, all the best.